You learn anything? Volley shot. Volley shot. Nap stuff. Nap stuff. Napster. Anti-venom. Okay. Maybe they'll score. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Hey, go hide over here. No, hide. No, you can't actually, like, tackle me, and I'm not going to do anything, so I'm just going to hide here, and you're going to go away. Yes? Yes. Okay, let's get reading. To Sherlock Holmes, she was always the woman. I have seldom heard him mention her under any other name. In his eyes, she eclipses and predominates the whole of her sex. It was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Irene Adler. All emotions, and that one particularly, were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind. He was, I take it, the most perfect reasoning and observing machine that the world has ever seen. But as a lover, he would have placed himself in a false position. He never spoke of the softer passions, save with a gibe? Jib? Going with jib. And a sneer. They were admirable things for the observer, excellent for drawing the veil from men's motives and actions, but for the trained reasoner to admit such intrusions into his own delicate and finely adjusted temperament was to introduce a distracting factor which might throw a doubt upon all his mental results. Grit in a sensitive instrument, or a crack in one of his own high-powered lenses, would not be more disturbing than a strong emotion in a nature such as his. And yet there was but one woman to him, and that woman was the late Irene Adler of dubious and questionable memory. I had seen little of Holmes lately. My marriage had drifted us away from each other. My own complete happiness and the home-centered interests which rise up around the man who first finds himself master of his own establishment were sufficient to absorb all my attention, while Holmes, who loathes every form of society and his own bohemian soul, remained in our lodgings on Baker Street, buried among his old books and alternating from week to week between cocaine and ambition, the drowsiness of the drug, and the fierce energy of his own keen nature. He was still, as ever, deeply attracted by the study of crime, and occupied his immense faculties and extraordinary powers of observation in following out those clues, and clearing up those mysteries which had been abandoned as hopeless by the official police. From time to time, I heard some vague account of his doings, of his summons to Odessa in the case of the Trepoff murder, of his clearing up the singular tragedy of the Atkinson brothers at Trincomalee, and finally of the mission which he had accomplished so delicately and successfully for the reigning family of Holland. Beyond these signs of his activity, however, which I merely shared with all the readers of the daily press, I knew little of my former friend and companion. Are we not done with freaking the first half already? Thank you. One night, it was on the 20th of March, 1888, I was returning from a journey to a patient. Hey, Nimruk gets another slot. That's actually kind of bad. We don't want Nimruk to have another slot. We don't want him to be a better goalie. In fact, we're going to try to take Nimruk away from our opponents in the extraordinarily near future. And by extraordinarily near, I mean the hope is that he will no longer have any abilities, or he will no longer be on their team as of the end of this match. Okay, we gotta hold up on the book real quick. We have to actually score. Excuse me, pardon me. I'm going over here, don't mind me. I wonder if a better book to be would be like the Jeeves books. That'd be interesting. They're a little bit faster and a little bit funnier. I don't know. Okay, you go over here. Hi, Nimruk. I'm gonna just sit right here and jack shot. Don't mind me. This might actually be hard to land this goal on him because of his insane catch stats. Yep. We will need to somehow either get a goal, or maybe they'll get a goal and I can just forfeit. That would be awesome, but I'm not giving it to them for free. They can work for it. Oh, are you shooting from there? Darn it, I have to actually pay attention because we didn't get the goal. I don't want to pay attention. I want to read my book. Ignoring, of course, that I've read this book before. Thank you. Okay, Rob, you just kind of do things over here. Okay, we're going to try this dance again. Second verse, same as the first. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and break, and I guess this time we're going to try a sphere shot. Nope, never mind. They took the ball again. The Albed are actually the only good team I have to worry about. And I don't even have to worry about them. It's just like, this is just obnoxious. Wedge, please? Aw. Wedge actually could have potentially... Like, he could potentially score on Nimrook. He's done it before. Okay, who are you passing to? That dude. That one right there. Apparently we're going to see a nap shot. They're going to try to put my goalie to sleep. Well, that didn't work. Who gets the ball? Nida gets the ball. Nice. I guess we're going to pass. Let's see if we can actually get it to Wedge. Yep. Cool. Let's see if Wedge can actually score. Okay, we're going to try it. Darn. Good roll for Lacombe. Okay, well, this is still kind of a problem. I'm just going to keep trying to shoot. Even though it's very unlikely, I might actually be able to get this in. There we go. One night, it was on the 20th of March, 1888, I was returning from a journey to a patient, for I had now returned to civil practice, when my way led me through Baker Street. As I passed the well-remembered door, which must always be associated in my mind with my wooing and with the dark incidents of the Study in Scarlet, I was seized with a keen desire to see Holmes again, and to know how he was employing his extraordinary powers. His rooms were brilliantly lit, and even as I looked up, I saw his tall, spare figure pass twice in a dark silhouette against the blind. He was pacing the room swiftly, eagerly, and his head sunk upon his chest and his hands clasped behind him. To me, who knew his every mood and habit, his attitude and manner told their own story. He was at work again. He had risen out of his drug-created dreams and was hot upon the scent of some new problem. I rang the bell and was shown up to the chamber which had formerly been in part my own. His manner was not effusive, it seldom was, but he was glad, I think, to see me. With hardly a word spoken, but with a brother technique slots increased to 3. Nice. Okay. Barracks contract leaves. Mifri signed a contract. Nope. Okay. Apparently, Nimrook is until the next one. Let's play another one. I mean, we have status reels. I really hope someone just scores on me. But I'm not quite that lucky. Brother, continue to be just amazing. Here, because you tend to get the ball so much, I'm going to give you Wither Shot too. Which, honestly, is just silly for Brother to have. I don't usually, like... You can... Yeah, let's see if you can get super goalie. I don't usually see midfielders, like, scoring over and over and over. I didn't even see who we were playing. I was not actually paying enough attention. Doesn't matter. Brother got the ball. Someone will be... Is it the goers? It's the goers. Oh, okay. Well, we just win. Excuse me. Sorry. Out of my way. I'm busy. Ooh, this person actually has a decent attack stat. Not good enough. Okay. Are you actually trying for this? Okay, didn't think so. Okay, let's see if we can get the ball again and then hide in our goal. Let's see if they'll let me. With hardly a word spoken, but with a kindly eye, he waved me to an armchair, threw across his case of cigars, and indicated a spirit case and a gasogene in the corner. Then he stood before the fire and looked me over in his singular, introspective fashion. Get away from them. No, Wedge, you're not allowed to give them the ball. You're not allowed to. Just... Here, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to sit here. We're going to break to both of them, dribble, and they're going to go away. And they're going to go away. Cool. Wedlock suits you, he remarked. I think, Watson, that you have put on 7.5 pounds since I saw you. 7, I answered. Indeed, I should have thought a little more. Just a trifle more, I fancy, Watson, and in practice again, I observe. You did not tell me that you intended to go into harness. Then how do you know? I see it, I deduce it. How do I know that you have been getting yourself very wet lately, and that you have a most clumsy and careless servant girl? My dear Holmes, said I, this is too much. You would certainly have been burned had you lived a few centuries ago. It is true that I had a country walk on Thursday and came home in a dreadful mess, but as I have changed my clothes, I can't imagine how you deduce it. As to Mary Jane, she's incorrigible, and my wife has given her notice, but there again I fail to see how you work it out. He chuckled to himself and rubbed his long, nervous hands together. It is simplicity itself, said he. My eyes tell me that on the inside of your left shoe, just where the firelight strikes it, the leather is scored by 6 almost parallel cuts. Obviously, they have been caused by someone who has very carelessly scraped around the edges of the sole in order to remove crusted mud from it. Hence, you see my double deduction that you had been out in vile weather, and that you had a particularly malignant boot-slitting specimen of the London slavey. As to your practice, if a gentleman walks into my room smelling of iodoform, with a black mark of nitrate of silver upon his right forefinger and a bulge on the right side of his top hat to show where he has secreted his stethoscope, I must be dull indeed if I do not pronounce him to be an active member of the medical profession. I could not help laughing at the ease with which he explained his process of deduction. When I hear you give your reasons, I remarked, the thing always appears to me to be so ridiculously simple that I could easily do it myself, though at each successive instance of your reasoning I am baffled, until you explain your process. And yet I believe that my eyes are as good as yours. Quite so, he answered, lighting a cigarette and throwing himself down into an armchair. You see, but you do not observe. The distinction is clear. For example, you have frequently seen the steps which lead up from the hall to this room. Frequently. How often? Well, some hundreds of times. Then how many are there? How many? I do not know. Quite so. You have not observed, and yet you have seen. That's just my point. Now I know that there are 17 steps because I have both seen and observed. By the way, since you are interested in these little problems, since you are good enough to chronicle 1 or 2 of my trifling experiences, you may be interested in this. He threw over a sheet of thick, pink-tinted newspaper. Let's see. Let's have you learn that. Sure. You're never going to be a goalie, but you can do that. Sorry, he threw over a sheet of thick, pink-tinted notepaper, which had been lying open upon the table. It came by the last post, said he. Read it aloud. The note was undated and without either signature or address. There will call upon you tonight at 7:45, it said, a gentleman who desires to consult you upon a matter of the very deepest moment. Your recent services to one of the royal houses of Europe have shown that you are one who may safely be trusted with matters which are of an importance which can hardly be exaggerated. This account of you we have from all quarters received. Be in your chamber then at that hour, and do not take it amiss if your visitor wear a mask. This is indeed a mystery, I remarked. What do you imagine that it means? I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to theorize before one has data. Insensibly, one begins to twist facts to suit theories instead of theories to suit facts. But the note itself, what do you deduce from it? I carefully examined the writing and the paper upon which it was written. The man who wrote it was presumably well-to-do, I remarked. endeavoring to imitate my companion's processes. Such paper could not be bought under half a crown a packet. It is peculiarly strong and stiff. Peculiar? That is the very word, said Holmes. It is not an English paper at all. Hold it up to the light. I did so, and saw a large E with a small g, a P, and a large G with a small t woven into the texture of the paper. What do you make of that? Asked Holmes. The name of the maker, no doubt, or his monogram, rather. Not at all. The G with the small t stands for Gesellschaft, which is German for company. It is a customary contraction like our Co. P, of course, stands for papier. Now the EG, let us glance at our Continental Gazetteer. He took down a heavy brown volume from his shelves. Iglo, Iglonitz, here we are, Egria. It is from a German-speaking country in Bohemia, not far from Carlsbad. Remarkable as being the scene of the death of Wallenstein and for its numerous glass factories and paper mills. My boy, what do you make of that? His eyes sparkled, and he sent up a great blue triumphant cloud from his cigarette. The paper was made in Bohemia, I said. Precisely, and the man who wrote the note is a German. Do you note the peculiar construction of the sentence, this account of you we have from all quarters received? A Frenchman or Russian could not have written that. It is the German who is uncourteous to his verbs. It only remains, therefore, to discover what is wanted by this German who writes upon Bohemian paper and prefers wearing a mask to showing his face. And here he comes, if I am not mistaken, to resolve all our doubts. As he spoke, there was the sharp sound of horses' hooves and grating wheels against the curb, followed by a sharp pull at the bell. Holmes whistled. Time's up. Yay! Another game completed. Okay. So is Nimruk gonna be re-signed? Nimruk's still going. Interesting. So we won 10 straight games. The league season's over. We are ending the season at number 1. So Waka has learned to overdrive status reels. Titus is the top scorer, as you'd expect, so we get a rename card. Our team level increased to 3, and our scout level increased to level 2. Wedge's contract has expired. We're going to go ahead and renew it for another 10 games. Brother's contract expired. Sure, 91 games. Why not? Rop, renew, 91 games. Nida, renew, 91 games. Miyu, renew, 91 games. Zev, renew, 91 games. Okay. We're going to go ahead and leave for a second. And this is how we're going to hopefully make sure that we get the correct thing. Okay. Hopefully we will see the tournament we want. We do not. And unfortunately, we also do not see the league that we want. Now, the ideal way to do this would to actually be just to reset data. The only problem with that is it means I have to go get everybody again. So my hope is that, I mean, I don't think the game will let me, but my hope is that I will just be able to let them score, and then I can forfeit. Here, we're going to move over here, right in front of my goal. Here, take the ball from me. Sure, I'm not going to break, and I'm going to shoot, so you get the ball. Okay? Here, take the ball. Right, you. Okay, you have the ball. Awesome. Now, score on me, please. Yeah, right there. You're right. You are right there. You can just score right now. I'm not gonna do a specialty tackle. Just score on me. Please score on me. Why are you passing? Like, you could just shoot right now. You could do it. I believe in you. Okay, here we go. Here comes. He's shooting. It's gonna be awesome. He's gonna score a goal. No, he's not. Because there's no way me could have missed that. Okay, well. Rop now has the ball. I guess if I must, I must. Let's go score a goal. Oh, hey, they got the ball. Okay, Rantless is going to be a very back and forth. Why are you spinning around in circles and you're just going to give me this for free? Like, congratulations, Rock fell asleep. Now Brother's going to go score on you. Like, that's simply how this is going to happen. I'm just going to score on you right now, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. And I'm going to feel really bad about it. Oh, wait. Interesting. He actually caught it. That's really interesting. All right. Okay, Wedge, you going to go score for me? Okay. This should be a pretty easy score. Ooh, maybe not. Okay, never mind. Cool, we get to read the book again. How exciting. The big annoyance here is that we can't, like, these are not even, like, rounds that matter. You know? Like, these rounds don't even matter. Like, they don't do anything. Oh, he's gonna shoot. He's gonna fail miserably. Okay, Miyu gets a hand on it. I don't know how she didn't catch that, and now Brother has it. Where is Brother? He's right here? Okay, cool. Brother, go hide. Whoops. Brother, I desire the loops. Good. Okay, everybody's gonna start doing the loops again. As he spoke, there was a sharp sound of horses' hooves and grating wheels against the curb, followed by a sharp pull at the bell. Holmes whistled. A pair by the sound, said he. Yes, he continued, glancing out the window. A nice little brougham and a pair of beauties, 150 guineas apiece. There's money in this case, Watson, if there's nothing else. I think I'd better go, Holmes. Not a bit, Doctor. Stay where you are. I am lost without my Boswell, and this promises to be interesting. It'd be a pity to miss it. But your client... Never mind him. I may want your help, and so may he. Here he comes. Sit down in the armchair, Doctor, and give us your best attention. I really don't want to be doing this. Can I not just forfeit? Please? Please? Who gets the ball? Sure. A slow and heavy step, which had been heard upon the stairs in the passage, paused immediately outside the door, and there was a loud and authoritative tap. Come in, said Holmes. A man entered who could hardly have been less than 6 feet 6 inches in height, with the chest and limbs of a Hercules. His dress was rich with a richness which would, in England, be looked upon as akin to bad taste. Heavy bands of astrakhan were slashed across his sleeves and fronts of his double-breasted coat, while the deep blue cloak which was thrown over his shoulders was lined with flame-colored silk and secured at the neck with a brooch which consisted of a single flaming barrel. Boots, which extended halfway up his calves and which were trimmed at the tops with rich brown fur, completed the impression of barbaric opulence, which was suggested by his whole appearance. He carried a broad-brimmed hat in his hand, while he wore across the upper part of his face, extending down past the cheekbones, a black visored mask, which he had apparently adjusted that very moment, for his hand was still raised to it as he entered. From the lower part of his face, he appeared to be a man of strong character, with a thick hanging lip and a long straight chin suggested of a resolution pushed to the length of obstinacy. You had my note? He asked with a harsh voice and a strongly marked German accent. I told you that I would call. He looked from one to the other of us, as if uncertain which to address. Pray take a seat, said Holmes. This is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson, who is occasionally good enough to help me in my cases. Whom have I the honor to address? You may address me as the Count von Kram, a Bohemian nobleman. I understand that this gentleman, your friend, is a man of honor and discretion who I may trust with a matter of a most extreme importance. If not, I should much prefer to communicate with you alone. I rose to go, but Holmes caught me by the wrist and pushed me back into my chair. It is both or none, said he. You may say before this gentleman anything which you may say to me. The Count shrugged his broad shoulders. Then I must begin, said he, by binding you both to absolute secrecy for 2 years. At the end of that time, the matter will be of no importance. At present, it is not too much to say that it is of such weight it may have an influence on European history. I promise, said Holmes, and I. You will excuse this mask, continued our strange visitor. The august person who employs me wishes his agent to be unknown to you, and I may confess at once that the title by which I have just called myself is not exactly my own. I was aware of it, said Holmes dryly. The circumstances are of great delicacy, and every precaution has to be taken to quench what might grow to be an immense scandal and seriously compromise one of the reigning families of Europe. To speak plainly, the matter implicates the great house of Ormstein, hereditary kings of Bohemia. I was also aware of that, murmured Holmes, settling himself down to his armchair and closing his eyes. Yay, we get to now fight the goers. Woo. I think no matter how well we're doing with this team, I'm going to reset, so that way I don't have to do another league. Our visitor glanced with some apparent surprise at the languid, lounging figure of the man who had been no doubt depicted to him as the most incisive reasoner and most energetic agent in Europe. Holmes slowly reopened his eyes and looked impatiently at his gigantic client. If your majesty would condescend to state your case, he remarked, I should better able to advise you. The man sprang from his chair and paced up and down the room in uncontrollable agitation. Then, with a gesture of desperation, he tore the mask from his face and hurled it upon the ground. You are right, he cried. I am the king. Why should I attempt to conceal it? Why indeed, murmured Holmes. Your Majesty had not spoken before I was aware that I was addressing Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein, Grand Duke of Cassel-Felstein and hereditary King of Bohemia. But you can understand, said our strange visitor, sitting down once more and passing his hand over his high white forehead, you can understand that I am not accustomed to doing such business on my own person. Yet the matter was so delicate that I could not confide it to an agent without putting myself in his power. I have come incognito from Prague for the purpose of consulting you. Then pray consult, said Holmes, shutting his eyes once more. Also, what the hell is with this dude, and he will not leave me alone? I'm trying to read, damn it. Fine. If you will be like that, then I will score upon you and then go back to reading. Just a little bit faster, Titus. I'm going to go for it because... Never mind. I take it back. I'm not going for it at all. Let's see. Do I have to actually do anything? Or are we just going to take the ball from them? You're very well aware that you're not getting that ball to go anywhere, right? Like, let's just be clear on that. That ball's staying right here with me. Brother, get out front! Quickly! Uh-oh. This is going to be a multi-man pile-up. We're actually going to shoot right here. Okay, let's see what happens. This should be fun. That gets a hand on it. Can't block it. Oh, can't score it. Got a goal. The facts are briefly these. Some 5 years ago, during a lengthy visit to Warsaw, I made the acquaintance of the well-known adventuress, Irene Adler. The name is no doubt familiar to you. Kindly look her up in my index, Doctor, murmured Holmes, without opening his eyes. For many years, he had adopted a system of docketing all paragraphs concerning men and things, so that it was difficult to name a subject or person in which he could not at once furnish information. In this case, I found her biography sandwiched in between that of a Hebrew rabbi and that of a staff commander who had written a monograph upon the deep-sea fishes. Let me see, said Holmes. Born in New Jersey in the year 1858. Contralto. La Scala. Prima donna, Imperial Opera of Warsaw. Yes, retired from operatic stage. Ha! Living in London. Quite so. Your Majesty, as I understand, became entangled with this young person, wrote her some compromising letters, and is now desirous of getting those letters back. Precisely so, but how? Was there a secret marriage? None. No legal papers or certificates? None. No goalies, or no people to stop you from scoring on your goalie? None. Then I fail to follow your Majesty. If this young person should produce her letters for blackmailing or other purposes, how is she to prove their authenticity? There is writing. Poo-poo. Forgery. My private notepaper. Stolen. My own seal. Imitated. My photograph. Bought. We were both the photograph. Oh dear, that is very bad. Your Majesty has indeed committed an indiscretion. I was mad. Insane. You've compromised yourself seriously. I was only Crown Prince then. I was young, but I am but 30 now. It must be recovered. We have tried and failed. Your Majesty must pay. It must be bought. She will not sell. Stolen then. 5 attempts have been made. Twice burglars in my pay ransacked her house. Once we diverted her luggage when she traveled. Twice she has been waylaid. There has been no result. No sign of it? Absolutely none. Holmes laughed. It is a pretty little problem, said he, but a very serious one to me, returned the king reproachfully. Very indeed. And what does she propose to do with the photograph? To ruin me. But how? I am to be married. So I have heard. To Clotilde Lothman von Saxe-Meiningen, second daughter of the King of Scandinavia. You may know the strict principles of her family. She is herself the very soul of delicacy. A shadow of a doubt as to my conduct would bring the matter to an end. And Irene Adler threatens to send them the photograph, and she will do it. I know that she will do it. You do not know her, but she is the soul of steel. She is the face of the most beautiful of women, and the mind of the most resolute of men. Rather than I should marry another woman, there are no lengths to which she would not go. None. You are sure that she has not sent it yet? I'm sure. But why? Because she has said that she would send it on the day when the betrothal was publicly proclaimed. That will be next Monday. Oh, then we have 3 days yet, said Holmes with a yawn. That is very fortunate, as I have 1 or 2 matters of importance to look into just at present. Your Majesty will, of course, stay in London for the present? Certainly. You'll find me at the Langham under the name of Count von Cram. Then I shall drop you a line to let you know how we progress. Pray do so. Why are you... What are you doing? Leave me alone. Go away. I am hiding in my goal. You're not allowed. This is private. No, what is this? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Now, go away. Go away. I'm trying to read a book. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pass a normal pass. I'm going to pass it to Nida. And Nida's going to go hide. I shall drop you a line to let you know how we progress. Pray do so. I shall be all anxiety. Then, as to money, you have carte blanche. Absolutely. I tell you that I would give one of the provinces of my kingdom to have that photograph. And for... What is this? Why do you not stop bothering me? You're not going to win. I'm not going to let you. What is this? Crap. Well, he's going to take the ball, and that's fine. Okay, Graf, you're in my goal. Make your move. Come on, you got the ball. I can't stop you. Shoot the Okay, fine. Avis has it. Avis, you're right there. You're there. Just shoot the ball. Just shoot it. You suck. I will never get to forfeit. This is a terrible thing. Leave me alone! Why will you not cease to bother me? Leave me alone. I just want to eat grubs. Hey, cool. They both missed. I'm gonna hide back here. Leave me alone. No! Do not come and bother me now! Oh, you jerks. I'm just trying to run out the clock. That is all I'm trying to do. No! You can't have it. It's mine. It's my ball. I put my signature on it and everything. You're leaving? You could... You son of a bitch. Fine. Have it then. Have the ball. Take it. Take it with my blessing. Now shoot. You're in my goal. Shoot the ball. Shoot it. Do it. Why would you pass? Why would you do this? Okay, Grav, you shoot it. Except no, he has lost his opportunity to shoot it. Fine. Now Rop has the ball. Now we got to go this way, but Rop is a really slow swimmer, so they're going to catch me in like a second. Maybe. Possibly. They might suck more than that. Are you seriously going to make me play Ring Around the Rosie with Rop? Okay, cool. There we go. I'll break to you, and then I will pass. Hey, you suck. Here, Nida. Take this. Haha, you both suck. Which, of course, means this game is taking even longer. Hide in the goal. Let me read my damn book. I tell you that I would give one of the provinces of my kingdom to have that photograph. And for present expenses, the king took a heavy chamois leather bag from under his cloak and laid it upon the table. There are 300 pounds in gold and 700 in notes, he said. Holmes scribbled a receipt upon a sheet of his notebook and handed it to him. And Mademoiselle's address, he asked. Is Briony Lodge, Serpentine Avenue, St. John's Wood. Holmes took note of it. One other question, said he. Was the photograph a cabinet? It was. Then good night, Your Majesty, and I trust that we shall soon have some good news for you. And good night, Watson, he added, as the wheels of the Royal Brougham rolled down the street. If you will be good enough to call tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock, I should like to chat this little matter over with you. We got to the end of part 1. Unfortunately, all of these things that we're doing right now are wordless. Because this has nothing to do with anything. There's not even a good reward for it. We're gonna get an X potion. I don't need an X potion. At 3 o'clock precisely, I was at Baker Street, but Holmes had not yet returned. The landlady informed me that he had left the house shortly after 8 o'clock in the morning. I sat down beside the fire, however, with the intention of awaiting him, however long he might be. I was already deeply interested in his inquiry, for though it was surrounded by none of the grim and strange features which we were associated with... Why will you people not do the thing? Leave me alone. Go square dance. You freaking jerk. Stay on your side of the field. There's a dividing line. You're half, my half. You are freaking offsides. See where my defenders are? That's where you're supposed to be. No! Your team is in a completely different place. Go away. No. Off to your side with you. Damn you, old man. You're going to make me pass the ball, and if I pass the ball, you will be sorely upset. Fine. I'm passing the ball. Manual A. Center attack. Everybody go. Everybody. Everybody. Everybody go attack. Wait, she got the ball. Yeah, I don't think. No, you're not. You don't get to have that. That's my ball. No. You guys had the opportunity to score. You had the opportunity to do things. You had the opportunity to leave me alone. You chose not to. I am taking this ball, and I am going home. Go over here. I'm going to pass to Wedge. And Wedge is going to toddle right up to Nimrook. He's going to say hi, place his hand upon his brow, and shoot. Bite me. Can I go back to my book? Please. The book's more entertaining than the game right now. Could be reading 50 Shades of Grey or something. Why would you take this character? She swims so slowly. Oh my god, it's so bad. Okay, Wedge. Apparently Wedge is gonna go score again. We're just gonna go this way. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go right up here. I'm just gonna shoot from here. It doesn't. Oh, okay, fine. Zealot's gonna have the ball. Is he at least okay? I mean, he can swim. Congratulations, you can swim. Yeah, you're not. No. Brother's just taking that. Brother doesn't give a damn. Brother is going to go score a goal. Brother. Yeah, you do that. You tried. You tried. Ah, wait. Nimrod got a hand on it. Okay, Zealots claimed the ball. It's so weird to see Zealots on the other team because in the past, I would usually have him on my team. Oh no, Zealots' pass was halved. I'm just going to keep on shooting. I mean, just... I don't know. You guys won't allow me to do it my way, so I have to do it this way. And now Wedge has the ball. Problem for you guys is that Wedge is one of the people who can actually score a Nimrook. Yup. This must be embarrassing for the other teams. Why would you sign this person? Do you see how slow she is? And why would you make her your midfielder? Like, I kind of understand having her on your team for some... Like, you know what? No, I don't. I don't understand having her on your team. But above all things, why would you have this woman as your midfielder? She's the one who will grab the ball. She cannot swim. You tried. You failed really badly, too. Oh, I wanted to get Brother a goal. He hasn't had a goal this game yet. Brother's feeling kind of lonely. Oh, God, he's level 14. And Rop now has 3 techniques. Like, are we trying to make it so I can just be broken? Didn't Rop get tackle slip? Yes, he did. We don't need any more techniques. We have all the techniques we need. We don't need to learn anymore. Okay, here comes Brother. Getting the blitz off. Nope. Biffery got it. Which means we score. Because this girl is never going to get past the halfway mark with that ball. Wedge catches the ball, and Wedge starts making his way downtown. Swimming fast, faces past, and he's goal bound. I mean, he's probably not going to score, but you never know. Now Lakam got a hand on it. Haha, but we poisoned Nimrook. That's worth it. That's worth it just to poison that guy. We're going to catch you eventually. You're aware of that, right? Like, at some point, we will catch you. We will catch you, and we're going to do terrible things. Why would you shoot? Why would you do this? That's a terrible idea. No, leave me alone. I'm going to go hide in my own goal. No! Go away. I mean, if you can take the ball from me, by all means, but you can't. So go away. You're going to stay over there, right? Why will they not allow me to have fun? Why are they doing this? And they just keep coming. I think they have a mental deficiency. And here they come again. I don't know why they think they can actually, like, do something here. Okay, fine. 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 You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. Oh, wait. Wedge can't pass. Hey, look. Blappa claims the ball. Okay, Blappa. You claimed the ball in my territory when I had a crap ton of defenders. You're not going to get to do anything. Rop's just going to take the ball from you. Now your endurance is halved. You're never going to get to do anything for the remainder of the game. So, have fun with that. Hey, Titus, get in position. I'm going to give you a free goal. Because while you're getting in position, they certainly aren't in it. Oh, okay. Hey, brother. Steal the ball. Oh my god, brother has a 23 block. This character is too good. And Nimruk gets smacked in the face. Wedge claims the ball. Now here's the problem. Nimruk just lost half of his catch ability. So I don't think Nimruk is catching shit. Yeah, didn't think so. Not with a 9 catch. I mean, if he had rolled 100. If he had rolled 100. But he didn't. Oh my god, doing extra tournament sucks. Keep in mind, we still have 14 more games to play after this. And as we have already proven, the game does not seem intent to allow me to do the freaking goal strats. So I have to do the other goal strats, the one where I actually score goals. All right. Yay, we won. Whoa, we got a crappy item. Actually, we got 2 crappy items. Okay. I think with that, I think I'm done. We'll do more on Thursday. I can only handle 2 hours of that. I'll catch y'all later.